Ram Ram.
Our journey begins in the western Tarai lowlands of Nepal, a region characterized by fertile plains, dense forests, and river systems. This landscape is not simply a physical setting, but a cultural foundation through which food practices, livelihoods, and the identities are shaped. Here, food is deeply connected to place, carrying meanings that are inseparable from land and environments in which it is produced and shared. Life in Tarai involves constant negotiation between humans and nature. For the Tharu community, living close to forested areas also means living alongside wildlife, where protecting crops and villages becomes a daily responsibility. Fear exists, yet resilience turns survival into everyday life.
बाघ चाहिँ प्राय राति नै सक्रिय हुन्छ। बिहान र लगभग त्यही 8 बजे यहाँ 7 बजेदेखि 9 बजेभित्र चाहिँ बेलुका अनि बिहान चाहिँ 4 बजेदेखि बिहान 6 बजेसम्म।
हिँड्ने चाहिँ यतै हो।
मेन बाटोमा हिँड्छ। बाघ चाहिँ झाडीमा खासै हिँड्दैन। बाटोमै हिँड्छ बाघ चाहिँ।
The Tharu are one of Nepal's indigenous communities whose food practices are deeply rooted in agriculture, collective labor, and intergenerational knowledge. Their traditional homes, built from mud, thatch, and locally sourced materials, reflect a close relationship with the land and a communal way of life. Alongside farming, they practice animal husbandry and draw on surrounding forests using wild herbs and green vegetables gathered from nature as part of everyday meals. These activities form the unseen foundation of what later appears on the plate. Rice cultivation lies at the heart of Tharu subsistence, shaping both everyday meals and cultural life. The fertile plains and seasonal floods of Tarai favoring rice farming, making it central to the region's geography and to Tharu rituals and traditions. Among the varieties they grow is Anadiko Chamal, a rare indigenous rice now close to extinction, carefully preserved by the Tharu not only as heritage but also as way of sharing their culture with visitors and tourists.
यो एकदम लोप भएको धान हो। यो पुर्खाहरूले जोगाएर राखिरहेको यो चाहिँ तपाईको अरु चामल भन्दा पनि यो ढिक्री अरु जुनसुकैको पनि हुन्छ र यो सबभन्दा मिठो भनेको यसैको हुन्छ। देउताको त्यो कुललाई पूजा गर्नको लागि ढिक्री बनाउनको लागि यो धान चाहिँ निकालिरहेको काटिरहेको यो चिच्चर पनि भन्छ के रे अब राणाथारहरूको भाषामा, तर हामीहरू अनदी नै भन्छ। जाँसु नै पाउँदैन, यसलाई चाहिँ हामी संरक्षण गरेर ग्यासहरूलाई प्रयोग गरेर हामी।
Many Tharu dishes are rice-based, including digri, a traditional preparation that holds ritual importance and is offered during the worship of their deities. The seasonal cycles of planting and harvesting continue to structure daily life, determining both food availability and the moments of collective celebration. From the fields to the family, harvested rice becomes food meant to sustain everyday life. Shared quietly at home, it takes the form of simple, nourishing meals, one of which is dhigri. Dhigri, a traditional Tharu dish made primarily from rice. Historically, it was consumed as everyday sustenance rather than for celebration, meeting basic nutritional needs in conditions where resources were limited. To make dhigri, rice is first hand grinded using a jhato, a traditional stone grinder that turns the grains into the fine rice flour. Water is then added and the flour is kneaded into a soft, smooth dough. While the basic form needs no additions, sugar or dry fruits may be mixed in when the dish is made for special occasions.
ढिग्रीमा अब सादा पनि बनाउँछौँ केही नहालेर चिनी सिनी केही नहालेर त्यो स्वादको लागि त अब जे हाल्दा पनि हुन्छ गरी गडम छोराहरू चिनी हल्का नत्र सादा पनि हुन्छ
The dough is shaped by hand and placed in a steamer, where it is gently cooked until firm. Steaming is done using traditional steamers like the one shown in the video. The shaped dhigri pieces are placed inside the careful spacing, allowing steam to circulate evenly. After a short time, another layer is added, building the stack gradually. This method ensures that when the steamer is finally opened, all the dhigri pieces are cooked at the same time rather than the lower layers cooking faster than those on top. As shown here, the making of dhigri relies less on written measurements and more on hand skill, experience, and knowledge passed down through generations. In recent years, dhigri has moved beyond subsistence. Through community-run homestays, it has become a symbol of Tharu identity, attracting visitors and generating income.
हाम्रो बर्दिया दल्ला होमस्टेमा हजुरहरूलाई स्वागत छ।
Cooking and sharing dhigri has also become a way of teaching both foreign and local tourists about Tharu food traditions.
पिठो लिनु अनि यस्तै बनाउनु
कति सजिलो रे भन्दिनु
पहिला गोलो बनाउने अनि यस्तै
Visitors are drawn not only to the cuisine but also to Tharu music, day life, and its close connection with surrounding wildlife. In a world shaped by rapid technological change, the Tharu have chosen to conserve ways of living rooted in the past, offering visitors a rare chance to experience a slower, deeply connected way of life.
Goodbye, Tika.
Dhigri is more than a dish. It is land, labor, history, and identity communicated through food. By tracing its journey from subsistence to symbol, this film shows how food becomes a powerful medium of cultural communication. We extend our gratitude to Dala Homestay community for preserving their culture, their identity, and their cuisine, and for sharing their way of life with the world.